Happy Sunday, everybody. It is the 25th anniversary of Blade, and thank God that we have this film to talk about. I love this movie. Everybody on the panel loves this movie. I don't know anybody who doesn't love this movie, so welcome one, welcome all to Video Vault Live. I am your man with the plan. I am your host with the most, or as my friend Cindy calls me, the American Badass. I am here with my badass crew ready to talk about Blade. So let's bring on Johnny Graphics first tonight. John, good evening.
Hey, how are you?
I'm feeling pretty cool tonight. I got my shades on. We're going to talk about Wesley Snipes' masterpiece here. I think it's a masterpiece.
You got your silver with you and your garlic and all that?
Yeah, and I got my middle fingers. So anybody who's not a vampire is just going to get the bird.
That works.
So, yeah.
You got everybody covered then.
Yeah. So, hey, let's bring on somebody else here. Let's get Texas' favorite gaming geek is next. Here is Mr. Retro Rob. Good evening, Rob.
I got the sunglasses.
Hey, I like those. Very good. Very good.
Mine are in my car.
Go get them. Go get them.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
My car's not here.
Vampire took it.
And finally tonight, it's Blade's favorite gamer, Technish from Caps Off Gaming. Good evening, sir.
Hey, what's up, man? My glasses are transition, so just imagine it would be dark, okay?
Just get an ultraviolet light and put on, and they'll change. So
I've seen them change, so.
Yeah, you seen them, right?
Oh, awesome. Well, I'm looking at the comments here real quick, because we go in there periodically, but I thought I'd start off real quick. Hey, Wayne is here. Woohoo! Marvel
Wayne?
Pinball, Blade, Wolverine, Iron Man, and Spider-Man. Yeah, I've seen that one. That's a good one. That's a real good one. But yeah, so I am ready to jump into Blade. If you guys, well, not jump into a Blade, but Blade the movie.
Jump towards the Blade.
Yeah, but before we do start off, I do want to bring the house down just real quick for just a second. Of course, a couple of days ago we had a little bit of bad news, and that bad news was, of course, Mr. Terry Funk, who was, of course, Morgan here in Roadhouse, and he was in the WWE and other wrestling federations and stuff out there. He passed away, I believe, at the age of 73. So, it stinks that when people got to go. I mean, we all have to pay the piper someday, but hey, that stinks, and we are sending prayers out to his friends and his family and everybody who loved Terry Funk. So, yeah, hey, God bless you guys. We're sorry that the Terry passed away. So, but anyway, we're gonna head back into Blade. I think that's the way Terry would want it. So, yep. I mean, I'm just, spitballing there.
And hey, 73 for a major athlete like that is a pretty good run.
That is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
All things considered. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So anyway, this is the man of the hour right here, Wesley Snipes as Blade. Just out of curiosity, has anybody seen the Blade TV show that was out there? It ran its full first season. It was 13 episodes, and it was maybe about 10 years ago. Anybody see it? I did.
Never saw it. I really don't know much about it.
I saw it. And it was very cringy. The rapper in it, his name's Sticky Fingers. He's a part of a group called Onyx. From the 90s. But it was really cringy. So
now you see, when I watched it back in the day when it was airing episodically every week,
yeah,
I really liked it, and I haven't seen it since. So that was a long time ago. Actually, it might even be longer than 10 years. So I don't know.
An extension. Is it an extension of this Blade movie, or is it like its own take?
Yeah, it's been so long since I've seen it, I really couldn't tell you. I think it's just kind of an extension of this in a way. But you know how sometimes things are, like you said, on TV, they're kind of their own thing. So I felt that it had a vibe more like Underworld, not with werewolves and stuff, but it just kind of had that vibe to me. So,
okay. But that's the right vibe, I would say.
Yeah, but you can get it on Amazon, I think, for like $12, something like that, 12 bucks. So, I mean, if you're, let's put it like this. Is it a WB show? No. So or CW or anything like that. No. So you're going to do better with this than any show that they ever had.
Sure.
But anyway,
Did he channel the song "Slam" in his head while he was fighting, by any chance? Or
I don't even know, man. It was cringy. It was just like I felt every line was forced.
That was their hit, man. You can only live off the royalties of the song "Slam" for so long. So.
See, I remember him not being too horrible, but the person who was good in the movie or the show, and I don't remember who it was. I don't have any of that information pulled up. I just brought it off as off the cuff. But the main lady who was in the show, I thought she was really good, and it could be somebody really famous now. I wouldn't even remember. But back to the movie.
Yes.
So this movie, it's a vampire movie, and not your typical vampire movie, So how does Blade contribute to the vampire genre and the whole? What sets Blade's, vampires apart from other portrayals?
I mean, it has that late 90s, early 2000s edginess that I really like. That I think you saw a lot more of that after this. I don't know if this was the first to really do it, but you saw Underworld, like you mentioned. Those movies were kind of similar in tone. And then you saw there's some Blood Rain movies based on the PS2 game that were kind of a similar tone. And I'm sure there's others that I'm not thinking of, like Equilibrium, stuff like that. And it was a cool tone, and it was a cool era where there was like a lot of these kind of dark and gritty, but also kind of hokey and silly movies. And I'm not sure what put a stop to it. Maybe it was Christopher Nolan style like realism that kind of like killed it off or something. I'm not sure. But it was a fun little era, and Blade for me is like one of the best examples of that. Like everything's like an Evanescence cover album, album cover.
The all black, even like this picture right here, just that there was a lot of that going on in like 90s music videos. And
this is a perfect example of it right here.
Matrix, and everything was all like black leather, sunglasses.
Yeah.
And this is different than your typical vampire movie because Blade wasn't solely trying to attack people at night or in their sleep or whatever. He had like a system to keep that at bay,
Right.
So it contributes in an interesting way because it's like it brings the vampire genre, I guess you could call it. It brings that into this kind of late 90s, early 2000s, this edgelord kind of vibe.
I tried to make my hair look like Steven Dorff all the time.
Oh my god!
Good luck.
This movie reminds me of in terms of like vampires and everything, like Dust to Dawn, like serious, but then it was hokey too.
Well. That was very tongue in cheek.
Yeah.
Whereas Blade, Blade was not necessarily. I don't think it was very hokey, but it did have that. It did have that kind of comic book kind of vibe. And that's something I brought up this afternoon because we started watching The Flash today, and I got halfway through it. I've read the comic. I saw the animated feature, which was pretty decent, and the liberties they took here and there, I don't mind at all. The pacing of the film is what kills it, and the one thing that I did bring up about because like they're like, well, maybe we're having a little bit of superhero fatigue and stuff like that, and I'm like. We could discuss that another time in greater detail, but I think one of the things that I saw that you're seeing in a lot of superhero movies today that you didn't see back, say, when Blade was around. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a little bit of, extreme suspension of disbelief, like, oh, bullshit. Like, he's going to he's going to throw this chick off a building. She's going to dislocate her shoulder, and then he's going to jump. Well, sure, he's a vampire. Okay, we can buy that because of that. But when I saw Batman being dragged through the streets and the camera's right there, I mean, it was, and I said, Lynn, okay. I said, you go and you start working out. You, being a woman, and you turn yourself into the most buff woman you possibly can. Practically a weightlifter. You start training like a ninja. And you can get the fanciest armor that you possibly can. If you're going to get dragged through the streets like that, it's going to frickin' hurt. you're not Tony Stark, you're not Iron Man, that sort of a thing. So I think what a lot of you're also not Superman. A lot of what these films are starting to forget is if you're trying to go real or have some realism, I think these films are they're stopping, or they're not remembering that there are consequences to certain actions, and also the camera's not always going to be right there following them. Right. Okay, because in trying to make it look very, very real, they also make it look extremely artificial by putting the camera in a place that it really never would be. As opposed to just, if we take it back, like the Christopher Nolan movies, or Superman, the original Superman movies, or the original Batman movies, and Blade, for example. I think what started that off, a lot of that was Iron Man. Who came first, Iron Man or Batman? Batman Begins. I forget which, but they're right along.
Batman Begins became.
Batman Begins was first.
Yeah. So, but they're right there neck and neck with each other, and I think everything started kind of there. And then with Iron Man especially, but we could do that with Iron Man because he could be dragged through the streets. We could be flying alongside with him. We can get those views because of CGI, but once again, I'm going to be the best Batman ever. I think
I had to put that up there.
I think these directors and cinematographers take it too far when they don't realize the camera has to be the friend of the audience, not they're just trying to capture every single thing. So what they did with Blade here, in my opinion, and even with other vampire movies, I think they kept it step back. And I think it helped the movie out as opposed to making it real hokey or, oh geez, that kind of a thing. But as for vampires themselves, you notice they really don't feed on a lot of people in this. There's not a whole lot of, the mysticism of crosses and stuff. I mean, you have the silver and the garlic, but you don't have that same mystique, that same kind of stereotypical vampire thing going on a lot in this.
It's like a modernization of it, I guess, is why I think that's a very deliberate choice. They were trying to make it like, what would a vampire community really be like? Like it would probably be like in like the seedy underbelly kind of circle.
They were organized. Like even throughout the like we're talking about the first one, but even throughout the other movies, it was like they had this secret society that was underneath, like what you see in regular day. Like
they were the vampire mafia.
Well, that was like the leadership is like the.
I would say they're more like the stonecutters that drink blood, but the mob doesn't. We don't have symbols and stuff, for Italians. We just.
You know what, Tony? You know what our family needs. What's that? What's that, Vince? We need a good logo.
Yeah,
we need a logo.
If there was a sign for Italian hangouts, it's usually like a meat store, delicatessens.
Yeah. But they modernized that the whole blood sucking thing.
What was there? There was a vampire movie that was also similar to that too. Not 30 Days of Dark. There was another one, wasn't
30
there?
Days of Night. No.
There's another one though where actually showed them in a society like that in the future where they also.
Daybreakers.
Daybreakers. What was the Ethan Hawke?
Ethan Hawke.
Yeah.
And Sam Neill. Yeah.
And that was like a movie focused solely on just vampires. Like everyone was, right?
Almost everybody, because the entire society had pretty much taken over humanity, and the vampires were beginning to starve a little bit because they were running out of blood.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they were like, synthetic blood? That's like, like near beer, so nobody wants that.
Yeah.
Right.
So, hey, Mysticles. Hey, how's it going there, Rio?
Mysticles.
Yeah. So, now Wesley Snipes, of course, I think Wesley Snipes is the... to me, he's kind of the Sean Connery to Bond, where, nobody can quite replace Wesley Snipes. And I know the man's like 63 now or 62. I don't know how old he is, 65. I think he's 63.
Is he really that old now?
Yes, he is. I think he's like 65 now. But, for my money, get a stunt man and put him back in the jacket.
Oh.
And he would do it. He said he would.
Oh, I'm sure he would.
I mean,
I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
I think he would. He owes enough money to the IRS, so
I know he needs the work.
Nah, I don't know.
On that payment plan.
Yeah, they already got the other guy that's gonna do it.
Yeah, but that poor guy's been waiting forever.
Yeah, but because of the writer's strike, that's
dude. Since before COVID, he was chosen. That dude was chosen back in 2019, 2018.
Yeah, this joint is in there. Oh, Lynn says he's 61.
Okay. So he's young enough. Fuck it. Put him back in the jacket.
I don't know.
I know. Isn't Sylvester Stallone still moving around?
That's true. He's allowed to keep doing it.
Sly's 76 though, but they're all healthy. But pass the torch. That's okay. Not everybody's going to be Wesley, but anyway, we've been talking about the man, and his performance as Blade shapes the movie's overall tone and appeal. How does he quite do that?
He's stoic. He's like a stoic, almost a Terminator type character in some ways.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of ways that character could have gone. I guess, I haven't read the comics, so I'm assuming he probably got inspired from the comics to some degree, right?
Partially. I read the comics. Yeah.
I never have. Never have.
I didn't even know there were Blade comics. Several years after seeing the movie.
1973, that issue 1 for Blade.
Oh wow, that's a while back.
Yeah, 1973, July of 1973.
Wow.
Now, you see, I heard, especially with Blade Trinity, I've heard that he stays in character a lot, and he's very much a method actor when it comes to the character itself. So,
really?
He treats people kind of like how Blade treats people. It's like as soon as they say cut, he's just kind of like, what the hell are you looking at? It's just like, okay, dude, they said cut. I don't give a shit. It's like, okay. And everything I've read, they said that they're like, he's a little difficult to work with. So,
yeah, I heard some stories about him like not opening his eyes in Blade Trinity, and they had the CG eyeballs on him at one point.
What?
Yeah, like some crazy shit like that, where he just wouldn't open his eyes in one scene, and he was just like. And so they CG'd eyes on him. I think that's Trinity. That's in Trinity.
Yeah, I think I would have CG'd glasses back on him.
Yeah, that'd be easier. I don't know.
Yeah. Just put your damn glasses back on. Now we have a lot of fight scenes and stunts that are. I mean, this thing's just riddled full of them. And which ones stand out to you? And how do they compare to the action scenes in, say, today's films? I know we were just talking about that a minute ago.
I mean, I don't know. I'm probably not alone on this, but I think the opening scene
the opening scene
in the nightclub. It's killer. It's such an awesome scene. It's a great way to open the movie. It almost kind of overshadows the rest of the movie in a way because it's so much better than a lot of it. Yeah. But I'd say that for sure.
I think that scene was dope. And then the one when he was in the vampire's library.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and then he gets that girl, pretty much boxes him up.
The little girl.
Little girl, really, yeah. She has that's all straight skill.
Oh, this guy.
And then this blob.
Pearl.
But then yeah, Pearl. But I like that's the opening scene, yeah, but then that scene too. Because Blade gets overwhelmed. He gets overwhelmed. And then Whistler had to come in, it's like babysitter, for the most part, and bust him out of there and everything. So I think that scene was dope too as well. And then also the final scene with Frost and the killer line, MF has gotta always skating uphill.
Always skating uphill.
Yeah, MF is always skating uphill. And everything like that. So those three,
Oh my god,
that scene blew my mind when I was 10 years old. I was like, my jaw was on the floor when he came back together like that.
Yeah, so can't die. Oh my god,
blood just comes back together.
See, there's a lot of great scenes. There's the one that always sticks out to me. I mean, of course, the end and everything, and then the one at the beginning, but one that's just not. It wasn't your what I would say spotlight or anchor kind of moment, but I thought it was really great was when he was beating up on this dude from the second this cop started following him in the apartment, and then you know, I mean, he's just said to him, you know, he's just like, but they'll kill me. He's like, motherfucker, I'll kill you, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like, fair enough, you know.
Kind of like a Kojak sort of wisecracking.
But you know, this is a shorter scene here, but my favorite line from the movie wasn't that one. It's this one, you know, motherfucker, you out of your goddamn mind?
Oh yeah.
You know, I mean, he's just like, you know, they just shot him, and I watched that scene over and over today. Just, I mean, it's like 4 seconds, and I'm sitting there going, wow. I mean, that's just, I actually captured this, you know, some of these myself. And this particular frame, I was like, that's the look, you know, kind of like, I'm Blade, bitch, you know. It's
like I'm on your side, and you're not gonna hurt me.
Yeah, it's like I will hurt you.
Yeah,
you know, it's like how, you know, you don't stop the person who's rescuing you. You know, if you're drowning, you don't go, no, get away. I want to go down to the bottom. You know, so that's I think that's what happens there.
Yeah, this was like one of those moments in the theater where everybody just burst out laughing. Like everybody loved it.
Yeah. I watched this in the theater. I was dying.
Now, there were a lot of great practical effects in the movie, and of course there was some CGI, and I'm gonna put that in quotes. There was some CGI in the movie as well, but the practical effects and makeup used to depict the vampires and the aftermath of the destruction that they depict in the film. How do they hold up today? How do these effects hold up today? And what about the CGI of Blade, like when Frost gets the serum and explodes? You know, because there's some good effects in here. You know, there's some good stuff, and you know, there's some decent stuff.
Yeah,
and overall pretty good, aged pretty well.
And then there's some not so great. And then there's what Xbox game are we playing?
That Sunset Overdrive.
yeah, Sunset Overdrive. Very good.
That's a good one.
I mean, the practical stuff holds up well, like most practical stuff does. And this was really sort of at the end. This was like, if this movie had been made 6 years later, everything would have been CG, probably. You know,
probably this blob probably would have too. I mean,
Pearl would have just been not real.
I mean, Pearl looks pretty gross and pretty decent in the film. I think
it's like Brendan Fraser, the whale movie.
It's like it's like the biggest whale
inspiration. That I don't know. It's definitely disgusting, especially we can see the giant pepperoni hanging off to the side there.
I like all the monitors around Pearl too. It's like, you know, they've sat there for like 10 years.
Yeah,
like Fortnite over here, Call of Duty over here.
The Price is Right over here. Oh, sorry, Bob Barker. Sorry.
Is it just Fortnite on every screen?
It's Fortnite.
Yes, I'm going to win. Yes. Oh no. Okay. Now the vampire lore that they establish in Blade, such as their weaknesses and strengths, how does Blade stay true or deviate from the traditional vampire mythology, Rob?
Like, how does it deviate?
How does it stay true or deviate from the traditional mythology?
Well, I mean, only traditional stuff was the whole, I mean, blood, and then the symbols, and then there's like the history to it. There's a big history to it, which, you know, vampires go all the way back, so they had that going. But the deviation, I guess, I mean, there's never been a Daywalker, you know, or proven anyway. So
that was a new concept to me at the time.
Yeah.
I was like,
and the rest of the vampires were just blown away by that.
Well, yeah.
Then the whole thing that he had a serum that he could be able to ignore his thirst.
Right. Suppress his symptoms.
Yeah, suppress his symptoms. He still had all the strengths of the vampires, but he just didn't have any of their weaknesses besides the thirst and everything. So,
and a lot of that has to do with the fact that his mom was turned into a vampire or attacked by a vampire, who of course is Frost, when she was pregnant with him. So that kind of infused in him, and he didn't necessarily. Well, he became the undead sort of, but he he wasn't exactly like all other vampires because he was in utero. So yeah.
And hence Daywalker could walk around during the day and everything like that. Yep.
Another thing you never really see in any other films so much is vampires putting on, tons of sunscreen and like the leather and the bike helmets and stuff and going out anyway, because I think that the UV would probably still affect them, but according to what Blade's showing here, as long as they're covered and they've got that stuff on, that they're good. So it
was some like SPF 1000 or something like that.
They probably got that. They got the same stuff that they had from RoboCop 2, the blue.
That's another deviation though too, because we all know that vampires sleep during the day. So they're showing that these are like active vampires who got to get out and be out in the world, I guess. But they're all night, so I guess according to this movie, they just don't sleep.
Maybe they're like the 30 days of night vampires that are like they hibernate and then they're like awake constantly.
Forever.
They're dormant.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right. Possibly.
Now this guy here,
Whistler,
Chris Christopherson's Whistler, his character and the role of, this is his Blade. This is Blade's mentor, his ally. If anything, pretty much an adopted dad. What dynamics does their relationship add to the story?
Is this character in the comics or was this new for the movie?
So he's in the comics. It's just different. Like, in the comics, he's more of almost like a partner with Blade, like a little bit.
He's not as scholarly. He's not as
scholarly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then in the comic book, because the first comic in 1973 was called Tomb of Dracula. So it was him. And in the comic, his name was Quincy. His name was Whistler in the comic book.
Okay.
So they went into a nest, and Quincy was mad at Blade because Quincy was like, "When we go in, we need to kill most of them, but we need one to track back to get to Dracula, right? Tomb of Dracula, try to find him." But Blade just ended up killing everybody. All right, so then they started butting heads at that point and everything.
Okay,
versus very different. In the movie where he's like this father figure, to Blade. You know what I mean? Like,
Interesting. I didn't know that. I like him in the movie. He's like he's a good mentor character, and you can tell he's been through some stuff. You can tell
he's like the same character for Roadhouse with Sam Elliott.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. True that.
Exactly.
True that. Yep.
Well, now let's swap that out. Could Sam Elliott have played this character any differently, any better, any worse?
He's already the Ghost Rider. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that is true. I forgot about that.
Ghost Rider,
It's been a while since I've seen Ghost Rider. I never did see the second one.
Ghost Horse.
Yeah, that wasn't great. Now how
it was awesome.
How does Whistler feel about Blade?
Well, like we said, he's there's a fatherly role here, and I don't remember exactly why he took that on, but the movie takes place long after that he decided to, I guess, and
he got him from his mother, I thought.
He knew his mother.
I think he said that he found him someplace feeding in an alley, and he was like, what, about 8 or something?
Yeah.
8 or 7?
Yep. And then he broke him of that. He helped him with that. Yep. There it is.
Yep.
That's like trying to break a dog of like chewing on your slippers. Now stop that! You stop eating those humans! Stop it!
He was eating like rats and stuff in the alleyways. Yeah, like other small animals and everything. He wasn't eating people.
All I need to do to find you, Louis, is follow the corpses of rats.
So, here's your serum.
Yes, here's your serum. Now let's go to bed. Okay.
Take your serum.
Let's go on over to the chat here real quick and say hi to everybody. So we got Retro Trade. Hey, what's up, guys? And we got Mystically's here. He said, I remember renting Blade the week it came out. and had to watch it like 10 times before returning it.
Same. I watched it so many times back to back. It was a great movie to watch back to back like that.
Dave said they had a CGI his eyelids closed in a scene.
Oh, yeah,
Was
so
he was
right?
dead.
Or did they close his eyes? Is that what it was? Okay.
I'm not gonna blink. I'm not gonna blink, bitch. I'm not gonna blink. Ah! Okay.
So like the most passive aggressive thing ever to do.
Miss Cleese changed the game for vampires.
Yeah, definitely.
The opening scene is so epic. Dave says.
Yeah, absolutely right, man.
My favorite scene is
by 90s European clubs, just without the blood.
Yeah, without the blood.
Yeah,
that's in the back. You have to ask for a special. So my favorite scene is when Blade toasts that fat vampire. Actually, it wasn't Blade that did it. It was Dr. Karen.
Oh yeah, she had the light.
If he moves, fry him. And then it's all of a sudden, like,
she was kind of maniacal about that, wasn't she? She kind of overdid it.
She got bit.
She got bit. She's not sympathetic. Number one, she didn't know vampires existed, and then now,
Pearl didn't do anything to her.
Well, Pearl's a vampire. Pearl is part of the bad club.
All right,
there you go.
But anyway, she was cooking. She went a little
She's
far.
She's just the least active one out of all of them. So
easily.
Bro, the other ones go to the gym. That's why they put on the sunscreen, but not her.
Pearl the potato.
She went a different way.
Now, of course, we were talking about Dr. Karen, of course, just a second ago, and I dig. I really did, and I don't know the actress's name, but I dig her performance. I looked it up.
She seems like a nice lady.
Yeah, she's a nice lady.
Yeah, I mean, her from anything else, but she did a great job here.
Nah, she did a really good job.
Yeah, she did a really good job.
Yeah.
But the roles of the female characters in this movie, such as Karen and Mercury, and of course, you even have this lovely lady as well. Let's not forget about her. Blade's mom. Aww. Yeah, what a bitch.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that part. Yeah.
Well, how do they contribute to the story and action? I mean, because you kind of have a few things going on here. You got Steven Dorff hanging out with Mercury, and I don't even think I have a picture of Mercury here. She really wasn't in the movie all that much.
Nah, she gets killed too, which is great.
There we go. Yeah. That was that. No, that wasn't. No, Tracy Lords was at the beginning of the movie. That's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I love how she gets killed though. Mercury, when she gets sprayed, it's like, with the
vampire mace.
Yeah.
It seems like the least manliest pose to hold a weapon with right here.
I got the sword.
I'm gonna get you.
Here comes the sword.
Now, Dr. Karen, what do we think about her transformation during the course of the film?
I love the fact that it wasn't like a love interest thing that ended up happening. Yeah. All right. Like if that love interest thing, and this is when he's like almost half dead. He has to drink her blood to power up to go fight Frost. But I like the fact that she was a woman of science. You know what I mean? Even though she got bit and everything like that, she was really determined. Like, look, like there gotta be like some kind of like way that I could go finish. I can heal myself and everything. So I really like that part, and then also that it wasn't like a love interest that was happening. Like I think for the most part, she felt really sorry for Blade. And like what he was going through.
Yeah.
Even the cure that she was making wasn't just for her, but actually for him as well. You know what I mean? So I just like that role. Like it was a really strong role for her. Even though like in the beginning she gets bit and you're like, oh no, what's gonna happen? But yet she like, she thinks it through. And it helps Blade too. Even like giving them the anticoagulant stuff. It was like you could bust some heads because she's pissed too. Like
like she has a badass side to her as well that emerged, kind of naturally throughout the movie, which was cool to see. And like you said, she was she was a woman of science, and she brought what she wanted to bring to the table. And that role could have been very cliche with where it is in the lineup of characters. It could have easily been just like cliche woman love story thing.
Yeah,
and like you said, though, it avoids that, and it makes it, she's in that spot where it could have been that, but they avoided it being cliche, which was smart.
Right. Well, she was very much along for the ride. I mean, no, she wasn't along for the ride.
At first, maybe
she was the co-pilot. You know, she wasn't just there in the sidecar. She was the co-pilot, and she said, she's like, no, I'm in this. Said, I have a stake in this. It's my life, and I also think now I know I'm reading into this just a little bit, but she's going to be working on the cure for herself. She's going to be working on the serum for Blade. But I think also, since she is a doctor and she has taken the Hippocratic Oath and stuff, I think that if you look, a little deeper, maybe she's also thinking there's probably going to be plenty of other people who are going to end up like this, and how can I help them?
That's a good idea.
Right.
Yeah.
She's approaching it the way,
scientifically, and empathetically, like a doctor would. A good doctor.
Right.
Let's put it that way. A good doctor.
Right.
Now, this is an R-rated superhero film. How does Blade fit into today's landscape of superhero, or into the landscape of superhero movies? And how does its R rating approach compared to more recent superhero films?
That's funny because it's sort of not like your average superhero film today. Everything is so processed and polished and scrubbed free of grit and grime, which is fine for a lot of the movies, especially for Marvel stuff. It's fine, it works. But I do miss that.
It works sometimes.
Fine. I'm tired of it personally, but I understand why why they like doing it that way.
I would say no one would know this is a superhero movie anyways, except for true comic book fans. So,
right. Like I said, I didn't know. I just thought it was like, oh, here's another action movie.
America that saw this was just like, oh, cool vampire movie.
Yeah. And it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Yeah, but I'd like to see more of this, and I think we might be getting more of this in the coming years. I think comic book movies are starting to loosen up. I think there's always a rumor of a new Spawn movie, and that would probably be R-rated, which would be cool.
We'll never make that.
Yeah,
I think like Rob said, like no one would know it was a comic book movie unless you knew the character.
Yeah.
But in terms of measuring up now, I mean, we had Logan. Logan was pretty bloody.
True.
I mean?
Yeah.
And I liked the one before that too. I really liked Logan, but the Wolverine.
The Wolverine, the one in Japan.
Yeah, I really loved that one. I watched the hell out of that one.
Yeah, we have that. Deadpool's pretty bloody too.
Yeah. That's true. Those are R-rated.
And those are R-rated. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and they did well.
Yeah, and they did well too. I mean, I like. There's always that thing about like Marvel and DC. Like DC's always darker than Marvel. Like that's when you see people die and like stuff like that, or like what I'm saying. And then
there's plenty of space for both of those to exist, I think.
Yeah, and I think like there are DC movies that are like family friendly and everything like that.
Yeah.
But then Marvel, I think, does need to kind of move into the more darker area of the comics and everything, which they're starting to do, and I think it'll be welcomed. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's just the CGI is just going to be weird, like in comparison to what we saw like back in the day and stuff.
Well, they need to scale that back, like I was saying earlier. I think they need to scale that back. They need to start thinking. I know it's a superhero movie. But I think they need to start thinking a little more hands-on with the camera instead of like, okay, let's do everything green screen and then we can just kind of follow along as if the camera is strapped to a drone and it's following Batman along the street as he's being dragged down the street. I was just like, this is stupid.
Yeah. It lacks personality in some ways. It lacks an auteur. I mean, it doesn't have to be like an art film. But it lacks a vision.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Well, it's I forget who said it here recently, and I forget exactly how he said it, but he there was somebody in the last year or so. They said that these recent superhero movies, especially the Marvel movies, they're not cinema. It might have been Martin Scorsese that said that. He said this is not cinema.
Well, I can see why he might think that.
Yeah, and I can agree with him in a lot of respects. Don't get me wrong. I like a lot of the Marvel films. There's up until anything after Endgame, it's extremely miss and barely a hit.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, your Eternals is a piece of shit, and anything else, all piece of shit. Maybe, maybe something decent. I thought the Doctor Strange movie was decent. I had fun watching it. You know, the Spider-Man movies are always good. But I think
I checked out after Civil War, personally. I very rarely saw a Marvel movie after Civil War. I watched the Avengers movies.
They're just trying to do too much. They're just trying to. It's a hot vein right now, and they're trying to bleed it for all it's worth. And they're trying to so much as fast as they can.
Guardians was good. Well, the Guardians series is good.
Yeah, I haven't seen Guardians 3 yet. I've heard it's really good.
It's really good. Like all those movies, all the Guardians make me cry.
Yeah.
I'm serious. All of them.
Of that original 20 movies, there was only 2 that I didn't care for. And I'm not going to go real deep into why not. But, Captain Marvel, no. There was some stuff that I liked about the movie, but I didn't like the movie. And I did not like Black Panther. I'm not a Michael B.
The first one or the second one?
I refuse to see the second one, just because it's not a Black Panther movie without Black Panther. So I'm just like that's kind of like having a James Bond movie without James Bond.
Yeah, but you got to see. There's a whole reason to it, though.
I know, but I don't know. There was too much stigma around it politically, and I'm just like I'm out. I'm not going there.
I didn't hear about all that. So.
Yeah, but
I think it was pretty. It was the second one was okay. The first one was amazing.
Here's my problem. I'll just touch on and we'll talk privately about what my problem.
Mad because there's countries that own too much vibranium.
Vibranium, right? And they don't share.
You're not in on it.
The thing I didn't.
You missed the train on it.
So the countries that own oil and then driving up the price, like, what are you trying, dog? Like, come on now, like. And it's vibranium. It's not real. Okay?
Right.
It's not real.
I mean, it's not like it's adamantium. Come on.
Yeah.
Here's just a couple things I didn't care about Black Panther. One, if I want to watch The Lion King, I'll watch The Lion King.
That's not The Lion King.
You got hot takes.
Lion King, dog,
that movie is The Lion King.
Change your pampers, B.
Like, every movie is The Lion King.
Dude, those Atari guys who gave us slack on our last video that are beyond here giving you crap about. I'm learning to like Michael B. Jordan, but I don't think he has very great acting chops, and that's why I can't wait to see the Creed movies because I heard he does really well in them.
Yeah, those are good.
Yeah, so I haven't seen those yet. So but I'm just not the biggest fan of him. Now Chadwick Boseman, I love that guy. God bless him. I wish he could have been here. So.
Yeah, he was great.
And of course, I like Denai as well. I love Denai. I loved her in Walking Dead. But I thought the action was great. My favorite scene was the car chase scene. But I'm sitting there watching this film, and I go, "Oh Jesus! They've literally turned him into James Bond because his sister is Q and all this other stuff." And I go, "Jesus, please don't let them walk into a casino." And not 5 seconds after I said that, they walked into a casino. And I went, "Ah, damn it!" And it's like, okay, this is not James Bond meets Lion King. So, also the problem I had with the character that Michael B. Jordan was playing that I can't remember, I thought that he was doing a really bad impression of Tupac.
What?
That's what it felt like to me.
The dude was from California. He grew up in like a Compton like area. That's why he was talking like that. That's why he wasn't having like a.
We have 0 viewers now.
No, but that's what I saw because
I'm not saying anything.
Takes
Right now.
Hey, Superman 4 wasn't great either, so we can, that's what I'm just saying.
Can't compare Superman 4 to the
Anyway, like I said, we're not going to go knee deep into it.
Yeah, get out of the shit right now. Seriously.
Well, but Gene, what I'm saying is, if you enjoyed the movie, that's great. I just didn't.
Okay, you know, right. I don't know how valid that is, but go ahead, man. All right.
Well, back to Blade, since he's our honorary guest tonight.
Yeah.
He has this iconic look. And, to me, this just says badass all around with the black leather outfit, and it's not just black leather, of course. He's got armor under there.
The armor is very symmetrical and nice to look at. I really like
I think even better than Batman's.
It's arguable. I don't know if I would say go that far, but I can see that.
Books too. The comic book though, there's a bit more red in the costume itself, but this is pretty close.
Well, how does the visual design contribute to the character's appeal though?
I mean, he just looks like a gun. He just looks like a gun.
Yeah, he does.
He's just a weapon, dude.
He just looks dangerous.
Yeah, it's a weapon.
If you see him, you get the hell out.
Well, Frank Castle, whom I love, shows up in a t-shirt with a skull on it. You're going, okay, but this guy shows up. You're just like, shit, I'm out. Yeah,
you win.
And which table would you like, Mr. Blade? Oh, the center? Okay, well, that table will be cleared just momentarily. Get those assholes out of here. Mr. Blade wants that table.
Hey, Frank Castle wears more than just a shirt, man.
Yeah, well, he does wear pants, too.
Are you going to shit on the Punisher, too, man?
I love the Punisher. I don't love the Punisher now.
Yo,
the Punisher is basically just little.
Yo, Rob, what's up with your man, dog?
I don't know, man. Two comic icons, man, are getting
I didn't say anything bad about the Punisher. I can go into. I have a box in the closet that has a great big Punisher skull and stuff that I made myself.
I'm about to say Ray Stevenson's Punisher sucked, and I'll be like, okay.
No, I liked all three Punishers.
I'll be like, okay.
I liked all. I liked all three Punishers. I just the only thing about Warzone I didn't care for, and I'll say this real quick. I thought that they went a little over the top with the villain, just a little bit. But if they would have made him a little more real instead of because I thought his makeup was kind of like Otherwise, that movie made the other ones look like Disney movies. Warzone made the other ones look like Disney movies. But I liked all three of them. I liked the Dolph Lundgren one. You were supposed to be here 4 hours ago. Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. P. And then I think my favorite line in that movie is just like, who sent you? Batman. It's like, okay, there you go.
You got the chat questioning you right now. Look at Rio right there.
Please is gonna get you.
What's going on here, Scott? You don't like Punisher?
Good, we got him out of here.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get on my Punisher comics.
All right, welcome to the Black Panther podcast.
I'm gonna get on my Punisher comics and show you how much I love them.
Okay, all right.
Shit, I got a whole box of just Punisher.
I think though, like Johnny's saying, this right here just screams again, just weapon, 90s, all black, mean, just tough.
Late 90s though, specifically.
Specifically.
Yeah. It's very unique to the late 90s.
But that would still work today. It would work anytime.
Yeah. It would. I think the color variation and the backgrounds of the movie and everything would be a little bit different, but everything like these movies had that very, dry,
that blackish blue color that was everywhere. Yeah, it looked like night, all the time, unless it was bright day.
I would hope that they can work this back now into the MCU, but again, you're still going to have to kind of reintroduce him as a character to people that aren't familiar with comics. So, because it could get confusing, because the average person who sees comic book movies these days are still the same people who saw Blade and don't know anything about comics and are just going to watch a movie. So it'll be confusing to them to be like, why are vampires, with Deadpool now? It'd be.
Well, a team up that I would love to see is the Punisher and Blade, because both of them don't give a shit.
That would be awesome.
And it would be like, okay, well, I'm after organized crime. Well, I'm after vampires. And then Blade should be like, vampires are organized crime.
Yeah.
And then that's when Punisher goes, "Oh shit, sign me up."
Yeah,
There's
like Russian like mafia Illuminati vampires.
Yeah,
like, go after them together. These
that's so there.
they're like what were they Russian? They were like some kind of Eastern European kind of, I guess, like Romanian.
Romanian. Johnny sounds right. I think.
Yeah.
Well, are you talking about the ones in this movie?
Yeah, like the upper echelon, like leadership.
Well, there was one that was like from like the Orient as well. He was from like Japan or whatever. And then there was the one dude, he was like from like Eastern Europe, from somewhere.
I've always felt like that was just kind of like, well, because the folklore of vampires is kind of like in that region. It comes from that region, if I'm not mistaken. It's like Eastern European, Romanian, kind of almost, in that
Romanian, Transylvania.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Right. So I thought maybe like that's why there was leadership of that ilk, because that's like the origin of vampirism. Or, that was like the assumption they were making for the movie anyway.
It screams badass.
Now, Steven Dorff here, of course, as Frost. I keep having to check myself that I don't say Frosk. But as Frost, how does Steven Dorff's portrayal of Deacon Frost compare to other movie villains, or even the other villain that's in the movie that keeps bossing him around, that German dude that I don't have a picture of, Frost, you mind your business, da, 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 that dude. I mean, how does he compare to other movie villains?
Kind of meek and almost a little unassuming at first, but he very quickly blossoms into an insane psychopath. So
yeah, I think it's easy for him to hide behind what he has, in front of him for a while until it's gone, and then that's when he needs to be who he needs to be. So
right, I think he kind of disarms you because he's so handsome. He's like an obnoxiously handsome dude.
And he kind of snarky. In this picture here, he's asking Scott why he doesn't like Black Panther.
Who said that? Oh, right there. Yeah, that's what he's doing.
Scott?
Why, Scott? Like, why?
Why? Explain it to me.
Same reason why I didn't like Captain Marvel. Had too much smarm.
Frost.
He's like a boy band character to me in the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, he's like one of the boy band. Like he's like a Backstreet Boy, but like grown up a little bit.
Like the frosted tips, and then like
frosted tips.
Well, I did call it Deacon Frost and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, here they are. Look at it.
It's actually his full name. It's just Frost for short.
I see Wendy's falling on hard times too. So
yeah. So his man, his boy,
Wendy, whatever.
Yeah, his boy. Like, what was his name? It was like in the movie. What was?
I do not remember his name right now. You jinxed me. I'll look it up.
Yeah, but his boy was was personified like his craziness. Like his boy did that, and it was like, and then Deacon Frost was always sending him out to you're my man.
That's Quinn.
Like, yeah, was
Quinn.
it? Was it
Quinn?
Quinn, yeah, the Quinn man doesn't stop, right? Keeps on going, and
he's an extension of Deacon in that way. He's like, I represent your, bloodthirsty,
yeah,
killing
exactly,
stuff.
Exactly, the boy Quinn. So like,
and taking all the hits too.
But Frost is the cool, calculated guy. He's snarky and everything like that. But he has a plan. Like he always had a plan throughout the whole thing. Yeah.
But also, when it's time for him to pull out a sword and turn into a ninja, he can do that too.
He could do that.
The East German guy we were talking about, his character's name was Dragonetti.
Yeah,
Dragonetti.
Okay.
Well, he kind of looked like a Dragonetti, so
yeah. He did.
Dragonetti.
See, I always thought it was Dragon Eddie, and then when I looked it up, and I was like, oh, it's Dragonetti.
Dragonetti.
Yeah, I thought it was Dragon Eddie. Yeah, this is Dragon Eddie, and I'm Shoe Paul, and
it's like a prison nickname.
Over here's 88 Fingers Joe, and that sort of thing. So
got a jean jacket that's bedazzled with a dragon on it.
Dragon Eddie.
You see,
Dragon Eddie.
I looked at Frost as he was a little bit of a wannabe, because I thought he was. He kind of reminded me of some of the guys that were in like NSYNC that were not Justin Timberlake.
Oh,
you know,
Right.
he always wanted to be the lead singer and get all the ass, but he didn't. So he's just like, but I want to be in the club too, you know. So
he's like Lance or something.
yeah, so he tried to figure a way to
in the club.
You know, to he made his own club then.
Yeah.
You know, so
Here he
or
is
what
doing
they
his Braveheart impersonation.
the what?
That's his Braveheart impersonation.
Freedom. Oh,
What you got?
wow. How does this film set the stage for other supernatural stories or a cinematic universe involving Blade?
I don't know. I don't know a lot about the Blade cinematic universe, but it clearly set the stage well for two new movies, which were both, I thought, pretty okay. They weren't as good as the first one, but I mean, it set the stage for that trilogy, and the trilogy was all right. And then, you know, just in terms of film overall, you saw, like we talked about, I mean, you saw movies like Underworld and Blood Rain and a lot of similarly toned action movies that, you know, dabbled in supernatural stuff a little bit. I think maybe you could even include the first Hellboy movie in that. It was similar as well.
I would group these in with Hellboys too, as far as like the mythology and the storyline and everything.
You know, I hate to bring up a sore subject, but I remember exactly what the main reason why I didn't like
You hate
Black
Hellboys?
Panther.
So
No,
why
no,
are you bringing that up again? You just want controversy and drama.
no. You guys will appreciate this.
I probably won't.
No, you probably no. This is very general. This is very general.
Let's hear it.
I predicted everything that was going on. Everything seemed too predictable to me. So I kept going. This is what's going to happen. This is what's going to. And I was like, I like it when I can't see where the puck is going. So that's what made me not like it. Mostly.
Isn't it hard to do with most movies though these days? Pretty predictable. So
well, a lot of things, but every single move, I was like, okay, now he's going to go to the casino. Okay, and now he's gonna. And I was just like, really? And I'm like, okay, and now he's gonna. Now this is gonna happen. And then I went, okay, so where's the part where Mustafa comes out and says, you know, and Lynn's going, oh gosh,
keep talking about Lion King. Like, why are you doing that?
Determined to make this Lion King thing work.
Like,
look it up. Look it up. Look it
up, dog.
Yeah, look it up. Just put in Black Panther, Lion King.
The Black Panther, the two different big cats. Number one, like two different big cats. Number one,
it's a stolen story. That's all.
We start off with them as an adult. All right, there was no Simba running around. All right, okay,
Simba,
like
dude.
what are you talking about?
This is his circle of life. All right,
dog, man. Just because I highly disagree with you with that. Like, I'm just gonna state that, like
that's
you're and then what it did for the culture. That's the thing, that's the other thing. Okay, so I don't know about that. You can hate all you want, dog. Okay. Remember Pulp Fiction, okay?
No, nobody said hate. Nobody said hate.
Okay, so like, I don't know, dog. Like, that's a good movie, right? That's a really good movie.
Not as good as this one.
No, Blade's it says at the bottom, Marvel's first biggest hit. This is Marvel, and that's why the trilogy happened, because Marvel made money off of a movie finally.
There was a PS2 Blade game that was pretty okay as well. I remember.
And that's one I've been wanting to get, and I wanted to get it for either that or Xbox, and I've heard it's decent.
Gene got me the copy of the Blade 2 on Xbox, and it is phenomenal.
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's really got a lot of like PS2, Xbox, like
they're the same. Yeah, they're the same. That's I've honestly that's why I've never got a PS2 is because everything's on Xbox too. You know what I mean? Like back and forth. So
a lot of it, you can't get.
I got a question too. I don't remember. Do you guys remember who made the? Oh, it's New Line Cinema, so not affiliated with Fox, right? This is
well, New Line Cinema was owned by Warner Brothers, but there you go.
So, yeah. The other giant company that owns all the movies.
Well, you just because Fox, just started systematically ruining Marvel movies, so that's why this one was good. And I was like, I didn't think Fox was involved with it. That's probably why.
Yeah. Thank God.
Rezzy's in the house. What's up, Rezzy? Yeah,
Rezzy's in the house.
Rezzy.
And then Dave says it screams badass, which it does.
Badass,
the legacy of Blade. What is the lasting impact of Blade? and on the superhero genre. You know, especially since Blade was one of the earlier successful comic book adaptations. How has it paved the way for other superhero films?
I don't know. I mean, I think when I think of Blade, I still just think of this movie. I don't think of the TV show. I don't think of Blade 2. I don't think of Blade Trinity. I don't think of any video games. I just think of this movie. I think it's the best thing. I mean, I'm not a Blade connoisseur, but out of all my exposure to that IP, this is the best thing to come out of it. Like this is the greatest thing to come out of it. And if they're going to redo it, I'm open to that. But you don't have to, I don't want like the same thing over and over again either. But
I don't think they should reboot it. I think they should just pick up where they left off.
Well, they're probably going to reboot it, right?
Of course,
they're going to have to, because if they're, especially like I said, if they're going to try to reintroduce it to the MCU going on right now, it can't.
I mean, I would rather see Blade 4. I'd rather them keep going. I would almost always rather.
Oh, me too.
That.
Ryan Reynolds' character was in the last Blade, so it'd make any sense with him being Deadpool now, though.
Yeah, true that.
But I mean, they're going to reboot it, and you have a perfect blueprint there. Like. Once again, I don't want the same thing over and over again. Bring a new vision to it if you want, but this movie lays out the blueprint pretty well on how to make.
Yeah, Johnny's right. They have the building blocks from this. They have the foundation. Now they can just go with it. So
right.
Yeah.
And if you want to give it like a more grounded Christopher Nolan type of vibe or something, I'm open to that.
Yeah.
But this movie is your blueprint more or less.
Yes.
Yeah, again Marvel's first biggest hit, and then after that, like it was actually feasible for like superhero movies to be like really made, and then people actually gonna go watch them and stuff like that.
They were on the right path until Fox.
Yeah, I mean before that, like what was the biggest superhero movies were like Superman, right?
Superman, Batman.
Superman and Batman. That was
and the X-Men movies eventually.
Yeah, I was about to say the X-Men movies were kind of big.
Yeah. I mean, but the X-Men didn't come out before Blade, right?
No,
came after.
Yeah.
Again, when Fox started taking control of stuff.
Yeah. That was
ruining everything. So, okay. we all liked X-Men. We all went and saw it because we were all thirsty for X-Men. And then now that they've erased our brains and given us what we really wanted finally. I don't even acknowledge those other X-Men movies exist anymore.
Yeah, the first X-Men movie was 2000. Blade was 98.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to delve too much into the other two movies.
Dave said it just the same. There we go. Boom.
It was the way the genre wouldn't be the same. Paving the way. I absolutely. And I think that they may have paved the way with Blade, but I think that they sometimes said, let's get off this paved path and let's screw up a little bit here and there. And I think that that's what Marvel's been doing a lot of lately.
Well, they had a winning formula. I mean, I don't blame them. Like the first Iron Man and like all, the next 10 years of similarly toned movies, they made so much money.
Yes.
They blew up the Marvel brand. So like they made Marvel more popular than it ever otherwise would have been. I don't blame them for going in that direction.
And they were doing it right because they were taking their time, and that's why it took so long for all those to come out.
Yep.
And then once Disney got involved, Disney's only like, we just want the money. We don't care about anything else. Throw it together, put it out there, and that's it. And it's hurting the industry because people are really now starting to get turned off on superhero movies. And when they start getting good again, it's going to suffer, and that's a shame,
It's because they overdid it. They overplayed their hand.
Well, look at Blue Beetle. I'm I don't know a whole hell of a lot about Blue Beetle. Never read a comic, that sort of thing.
My son's a huge fan of it, so
I think that the trailer looks amazing, and I would like to see it. As soon as I can. I probably won't be in the theater, and I'm sure it's a very, very good film. And I'm sure they took their time with it. I haven't seen Black Adam yet. I didn't see this. I haven't seen either Shazam.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see Aquaman.
Yeah.
You didn't see any of the Shazams?
No. I have the first one sitting here on the shelf. Haven't even watched it yet.
It's not. No.
I heard I heard it's like funny.
With my kids, it was good. The second one, though, I was like, I can't watch this. You've got.
Was it that bad?
Yeah, well, it just doesn't make any sense.
Well, I know that Wonder Woman was good, but Wonder Woman 1984 was abysmal.
Oh my god, that was
cringy,
I would rather watch Batman and Robin with Arnold Schwarzenegger than Wonder Woman.
Wow, that bad. See, I couldn't get through the first. I think it was 15 minutes. I was like, I'm out. Done.
Yeah, it was a hot mess.
Dude, we were so amped. It was a Christmas Eve release on TV, and the kids and we were all excited, and we were gonna watch it, before. And then even the kids they start playing with a dog after a while. That's when you were just like,
wow,
really bad.
Wow, when the dog takes precedence over.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dave says oversaturation with the genre and the storylines are mostly predictable. I'm hoping that that's what James Gunn, tries to change up here with what he's doing. But I don't know. I don't
think he's the right person for what they're trying to make him do.
I agree with you.
I think history will judge the Snyder era far better than we currently do now. And Gunn is going to try to apply, Marvel stuff to DC, and it's going to be okay, but it's not going to do what they want. They want to reboot everything and make it Marvel sized.
It's going to be like when, I don't know how much you guys know about comics, but it's going to be exactly like when Kevin Smith wrote for Daredevil. I'm a huge Daredevil fan. He wrote 8 issues of Daredevil, and they were phenomenal. But when he went to DC was like, you have free reign to do whatever you want. And so it was just apples and oranges, and it's always going to be that way with them. And he preferred DC more because he had more liberties to take with Green Arrow when he wrote for the Green Arrow comics. So it's always going to be that way.
Yeah, I don't think we knew what we had with Snyder stuff.
Right. We should.
It's too late to put that back in the bottle. You already got.
I agree. Well, boys, here's what's going on right now. That reminds me, I was going to upload the new video of that where the sound isn't so loud, and I forgot to upload it. So sorry, everybody. I hope your
I loved it.
Hope your earballs are okay.
I always love that part.
Boom.
I'm sitting back here jamming, dude.
He's got the Slayer shirt on, man.
That's what I was saying.
Yeah,
same thing.
Well, the Harbinger is here. Let's see what we have.
Johnny needs the sunglasses more than any
Service.
I know. I need the vertical ones that go over my head.
I know those.
I'm serving up free ass balloons
to all suckheads.
Suckheads.
Clickbait.
Oh no! And then clicks on it anyway.
Blade Trinity. When you realize Triple H was in a Marvel movie before Batista.
It's true.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah.
Blade was ahead of its time in so many ways.
So good.
So many funny little ways like that.
Blade's uncle.
I knew this one was coming up.
Oh my god!
I saw that yesterday, and I was like, that's funny. Who is that dude? He looks familiar.
It's just some guy in his church clothes, and he's outside. Like, I don't know.
I like him.
He looks like Tracy Morgan and Morgan Freeman had a baby.
I want to be his friend.
I want to be his friend.
I bet he'd be fun. I bet he'd be fun.
Like he has some good tea recommendations.
Enthusiasm. Nothing was ever achieved without it.
That's why that beginning scene is so ill. Like,
that grin.
Yeah.
The grin and then the fist. The grin and the fist pump.
Yeah, he's enjoying himself.
Yeah, you gotta love someone who loves their job, man.
He's loving it. He's loving it.
This is a man who likes getting up to go to work in the morning or at night. At night,
right? He's loving it.
Night
shift.
Living
his best life, dude. I love it.
Blackula, just don't call him this name if you really call him this name if you have a death wish. I've heard Blackula was a fun movie from the 70s too.
It was like
black exploitation movie.
Yeah, it was one of those black exploitation things.
Oh, was it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, my name is Blade too.
I forgot to bring that up. Like
the Puppet Master, dude. This movie freaked me out when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Man.
Yo, this was the scariest thing in my life, yo. Like
when that weird girl thing was on his chest kissing him, and that leech came out.
Yep.
I was like,
Leech woman.
I'm out, dude.
And
Leech
this
rules.
this is an original. I made this one.
I'm out.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I was actually gonna. At one point, it occurred to me to mention like half of my association with the word Blade is this guy.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention it, but yeah, I love this character.
I have the whole Puppet Master run here, all 7 or 8 films, but I've only watched like the first 3.
Dude, I can't deal with these movies, man.
They're so fun. They're so fun.
There's a game coming out for this too.
A Puppet
Is
Master
there?
thing?
There's a Puppet Master.
Yeah, there is. You're right.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Also, Killer Clowns from Outer Space.
Yeah.
I have never seen that movie.
Dude, oh my god,
Yep,
that is like
you have to.
whole,
It's
classic.
so bad,
Man.
but it's so good.
It's so bad, it's so good.
Hey, I was about to have lunch. Care to join me?
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh, that says care to join me. Look at that. It does not say join.
Care to John me?
Care to join me.
Oh,
It
I didn't
does
know
not
that was
say
a verb.
yeah, care to join me. Care to join me. I read join. It says John.
that's all right.
Look at
I
that.
think only Dave's watching, anyways. It seems like so.
Probably. Blade has a black
Thanks,
man
Dave.
character, as a black main character, and nobody bats an eye. Black Panther comes out, and everybody loses their minds.
That's true. He wasn't the first to do it.
It wasn't the first, and I would always say this when that came out. It was like, oh man, like no, dog. You
Yeah.
remember Blade?
Marvel finally made an R-rated film. Marvel
Spawn
finally
as well.
made a film with a black lead. Am I a joke to you? What's like all these movies that talk about strong female leads and stuff like that? And we could go back through every damn horror movie and sci-fi movie in the last 30 to 40, maybe 50 years, and we could come up with, Nancy from Nightmare on Elm Street, Ripley from Aliens. We could go on and on. It was always a girl in the Friday the 13th, and every horror movie is always a girl that wins.
Right.
But a lot of strong female roles and stuff. So like all this other stuff, and they're talking about that's just all bullshit because we know that the real strong females were already there.
But it doesn't devalue new ones.
It doesn't.
The new ones are good too.
It doesn't devalue new ones, but when some of the new ones aren't the real strong ones, and all they're trying to do is when they're trying to take the place of men versus actually being who they really are, then that's when I take issue with it. It's just like, be yourself. Don't try to be a dude, be yourself. Because if I was being a strong male lead, I wouldn't be acting like a woman.
Okay.
Unless
you know what I'm
wanted to
saying?
be. If you wanted to be, that'd
But
be okay.
if I wanted to be, yeah.
You could if you wanted to. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't go up, in a schoolyard and be like, well, just stop it. I'm going to tell the teacher.
Scott, you already wore a dress, okay? So calm down, okay?
I did.
I don't want to flashback.
Hey, I've got that in the closet too. Want me to put that on?
Yeah, calm down.
I never want to see that image
Calm
again.
down.
So.
Twilight.
This is my favorite one. I hate sparkling vampires, yo. Straight up and down, man.
Those are not vampires.
That would be the end. Twilight would be 5 minutes long, and everyone would be better off.
Yeah, yo.
How dare you bash this beautiful story?
How dare you bash the beautiful story?
This can't be a screenshot.
They
from
were
the
in love,
Twilight.
damn it.
Nah, look at them. So great.
They're having an awkward exchange, Blade. Leave them alone.
Yeah, can we be a little more, can I be a little more too?
They're expressing their feelings.
And then he's just throw holy water on them. Done.
Fist pump.
Along comes Fist
pump.
Here's what I'd like to see: Lestat walk by, give him the finger, and then Blade goes, "Yo, that's right." That's what I want to see.
Yeah.
So, but that's all the Harbinger has for us this week. So. Yeah!
You make me want to play Doom tonight now, man.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, I played Quake 2 is free right now on Game Pass.
Let's run back over to the comments here. Lauren's like, yeah, Harbinger. Woo!
Oh, what's up, Lauren?
Yeah, Lauren, how's it going, buddy?
Mm-hmm.
Lauren's a good egg. He sure is a good egg. So, since that is the end of this show for this week, in a couple weeks, we'll of course be back with another excellent film, and along with my co-hosts, we have a guest. I won't say who it is right now. It's not like it's somebody super famous or anything like that, but we have a guest joining us for 2 weeks from now, and we'll be telling you what that movie is here in a couple minutes.
But don't worry, he's not super famous. So
no, he's not super famous. He's just a friend of the show, friend of mine, and I know that you've met him, John, but the other two gentlemen have not.
Okay.
So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
you've actually So, but I'll.
What movie are we doing next time?
I won't tell you that until we go to the credits.
You sent me a list already, and I already forgot it.
That's all right. You'll find out here in about a minute.
Okay, good.
So,
and then I'll forget again.
Oh, Technish, Gene, where can the lovely people find you, and tell them about your latest video that you just uploaded?
Oh,
yeah.
All right. All right, yo. Yeah, you can find me on Facebook as Caps Off Gaming. You can also find me on YouTube as Caps Off Gaming with Technish. But if you put Caps Off Gaming, you'll see me. I show up. And on Instagram, same thing, Caps Off Gaming. My latest video that I uploaded is that, the wonderful people at Limited Runs, finally sent out the second wave of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge Epic Collector's Edition.
Finally.
Don't say what's in it either, so people will watch. Because
I'm not going to say no.
Dude, it's amazing.
It's a big box, and it's a
amazing.
lot of stuff.
I was super jealous.
I came this close to ordering.
You said Rob super jealous?
I was, dude. It was amazing. That's why I don't want to say anything. Just make the people watch.
Yeah, so check it out. The video's both on YouTube and Facebook. So I
You
figured
can't get it anymore. You can't get it anymore, can you?
No, you cannot.
No, that was
get it
pre-order.
anymore.
That was
pre-order. I ordered that a year ago.
Damn, I know. I remember that.
But a year ago.
I just contacted not Limited Run. I forget the other one.
Strictly Limited?
Strictly Limited, because I ordered something back in July 2022.
Oh, dude, they're even worse than Limited Run. Just forget about it.
Is the name good? Like Limited Run, then Strictly Limited, and then there's like Almost Limited.
Almost.
And then there's just nothing where you don't get anything ever.
Yeah.
Quasi-limited games.
You just spend the money and that's it.
And then it's just called Best Buy after that.
Can I say one more thing too?
Oh, absolutely.
And I just celebrated year 6 for the YouTube channel.
Year 6.
Yep. So
nice.
I have a video up just capping off the year. Did
another good video.
Cap off.
Cap
off.
Tip of the cap.
Thanks, yo. All right, I'm done. Thanks.
Oh, Rob, where can these lovely people find you? They all probably know where you're at, but for the people who have not gone to your page, where can they find you? And of course, everybody is in the links. So
it's a Facebook nerd, as it says in my picture there.
Yes, you are a Facebook nerd.
I'm on my way. I announced today I hit 16,000 followers, but
nice. That's fast. You were 15 like a week ago.
Yeah, so I'm about to hit 17 here in a couple days. So
nice.
So it's and then I will also, Gene, I had him I was like, dude, drop your video and link in the comments of this post I had.
Yeah.
And then, no kidding, I don't know the numbers on it right now, but that post has been shared like 50,000 times.
Wow.
with Gene's link in it.
Oh my god! So that's why my video was ticking up so fast.
So it's in there, so people see it in the comments, and I think they're checking it out, man. So you were smart. You were smart to put that in there. So
nice.
Thanks for letting me do that, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Do it anytime. I tell everybody put their stuff in my stuff, man, because you never know what's gonna take off.
All right, Johnny. You put your Alien one in there, and I'll put the Atari one in there. But the AVGN one's going in there. So
yeah.
Cool.
Drop them in. But yeah, that's where I'm at. Sorry, I didn't mean to go on about, but yeah.
No, dude, that's what we're here for. That's what we're here for.
Congrats, dude.
It's going
good. John, tell the nice folks where you hang out.
He's not on Facebook.
Yeah, he's not on Facebook. He's not on Facebook. You hear that? He's not on Facebook.
I leave Boomer Book behind, my friends. I leave it behind. But I appreciate it, and I know you guys shared out my Alien video on there.
Yeah,
and
fire.
And I think that only helped. You know, and it was cool to see that. So I do appreciate that. But yeah, I'm just right here on YouTube, Johnny Graphics. I'll do kind of these longer form, sort of themed episodes. If you've ever seen Game Sack or Sega Lord X, it's similar in format to that. Yeah, I got an Alien one up. I'm working on a underrated PS5 games right now. It's actually like 90% done, so I'm just going to go ahead and get that out. And then what I'm actually working on now is a best of TurboGrafx video.
Oh, okay.
Which is, for some reason, a topic I just haven't addressed. And even though that was originally my whole reason of having a channel, was to just talk about the TurboGrafx.
Slacker.
So I'm going to revisit that, and I have a cadence starting to take form, which is, I think, an every other week sort of rhythm that seems to be emerging, and I'm really liking it. And I'll sprinkle some shorts throughout. And I'm also on TikTok, which is where that sort of mentality goes, where it's a little goofier, a little less effort. And it's unrestrained in a way on TikTok, because I'm just talking into the phone, or I'm just editing something goofy to make myself laugh. But it's also way less effort in a way too. So, you know, if for whatever reason you want to see that, I'm on TikTok there.
He goes to local malls with his phones, and there's a little kid by a fountain. He pushes him in. He goes, "I'm gonna put that on TikTok."
That does not happen.
Okay.
But, yes.
Do that. I will.
You can do that. I'm not going to do that.
I'll make sure it's my kid though.
Yeah. I'll take the video of you doing it, and I'll edit it and make it really weird. And then it's content for me.
Right.
But yeah, so that's it. Johnny Graphics, YouTube, and TikTok.
Okay. Excellent. And of course, everybody's links are going to be in the comments, as they always are. And so you know me, I'm your silly little boy that hangs out over at the game closet, and
Little boy.
yeah, I'm the naughty little boy who has the angry video game nerd kind of tribute sort of video coming out. It's not a tribute per se, but I wake up in his basement.
It's an anime crossover.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this, because the nerd like pretty much like sustained me for like the first like 2 years of when I first bought my house. I couldn't go nowhere, and I just found out about the nerd on YouTube, and literally every night I would come home and
I just watched this video on the Blob the other day. The boy
Yeah.
Blob.
Yeah, I did too. What a weird game.
Yeah.
I know, and I was just like him when I was younger too. I was like, I had the Nintendo Power, and I was like, this looks fun.
It's like,
And it's like, nah,
We just didn't know any damn better.
not that fun. But yeah, that video is coming out on September 6th, Wednesday, September 6th at 7 o'clock. And we're going to be doing a premiere for that. So I'll be in the chat, with all 4 people who will be coming in to say hi. And yeah, it's a longer video, but one of my previous videos, which is my PlayStation 2 hidden gem, racing hidden gems.
That's a good one.
At the end of that one, it's got a Smokey and the Bandit theme. So if you watch that one, you'll dig it. And then at the end of that one, I wake up at the nerd's house. So this is the continuation of that video. And there's also a very maniacal and evil presence in the house that comes back to haunt me from another video as well.
Wow.
So you're going to want to see that. Yeah.
The
So
lore deepens.
yeah, so we're going to jump into season 6 here. No, of course we put out a couple videos here and there that are just one-offs here and there. So, but yeah, so Game Closet, we're having that, and then of course Video Vault Live. We are airing these on Facebook. We're airing these Video Vault Live on Facebook, on Game Closet, and of course on Video Vault Live's actual channel. So please subscribe over on Video Vault Live, because these videos eventually, I'm not sure when, will not be shown on Game Closet any longer, only on Facebook and Video Vault Live. So when we decide to pull the plug on the Game Closet, showing that, so that way we're not confusing people and all that. You can do whatever you want on your own channel, you know what I mean? You can, if you want, you can have 85 different subjects, but we're mainly a gaming channel, and we want to kind of stick with gaming and entertainment, but we're just going to kind of stick with just gaming eventually. So it was a good idea to bring it over. and now it's going to be a good idea to put it back on the shelf and on Video Vault Live. So please subscribe over there. Thank you to my co-hosts for joining us tonight, and thank you for sticking through the video and hearing all of our banter about Blade and seeing what the Harbinger of Memes had for us. And then we're going to be showing you what's coming up in 2 weeks on Video Vault Live right now. You guys have a great evening. We'll see you very, very soon.
See ya.
Peace out.